Very good afternoon again. The most challenging session of the day is given to me. Yeah, and I'm just wondering, how I'm going to keep you all awake for the rest of close to 1.5 hours that I'm going to take in on. Well, that's the reason I'm actually, ahead of podium rather than behind of podium, because for that matter that you can see something moving around here and there, so you can keep yourself awake, right? Fine. Before I just begin, I just wanted to give an overview about the session that I'm going to talk. In principle, it is the industrial cleaning solutions. And Mohana, she has introduced that we are from Sealed Air. And just to give a brief, everyone know in the industry there is a company by name Diversey who actually gives end-to-end solutions for your all hygiene needs. Now what happens is that now the name now is changed, and it is changing in a slow progress, in a slow process. Now we are Sealed Air Global. But Diversey as a brand which is known to you all for so many years in the country still remains as a business unit of Sealed Air Global. Now the new business unit of the cleaning and hygiene solutions is called Diversey Care, which I am proudly announcing myself, and this is the first time that I am actually saying it in a forum, though it has not been yet announced in the public forums. Okay, so with that note, I would just start with, and another thing like what I would like to tell you is that since it is the post-lunch session, I'm going to be keeping it more interactive. And when I say interactive, it is not only questions to be asked by you, instead I would be asking questions to you as well. Would that be fine? Fair point? Yes. Fair point? Yes. Already some people are dozing out, I think. Yeah? Fair point? Yes. Okay, great. Okay, a self-introduction. I am Ramesh Khanna. I am looking after the floor care solutions business perspective of Sealed Air under the business unit called Diversey Care. And Diversey Care, of course, I'm just giving you overview about what Sealed Air now. It's just about a couple of slides. So please bear with me to understand what we are and how we are and what we are going to do and what we have been doing for years. Sealed Air is a company focused on protection. The word protection here is very important for me to re-emphasize. Protection here, what we mean is nothing but we protect what you eat, we protect what you shop, we protect wherever you go in terms of your environment. For example, these pictures are very evident for you to let me know that it is nothing but, let you know that it's nothing but what we are talking about. Protect what you eat in terms of the packaging. Make your food, edible till the time it reaches you, in terms of packing it properly, and ensure the food is never contaminated during its course of transport when it is coming from the manufacturing place till your dish where you are serving and getting it consumed. And we provide solution to improve safety, efficiency, and sustainability, deliver consistent and superior solutions in food care. This we talk about the F&B solutions, food and beverage industry we are in, where we talk about the breweries, beverages, plants, and your poultries, your all manufacturing plants, where you have processing food and all those things happening like Frito-Lay and all those factories. So the food care division is actually that which is looking after the F&B part of the business that Diversey Sealed Air is into. Then it is product care. This is nothing but how to ship your product safely from one place to other place. How many of you have heard about a product called bubble wrap? Bubble wrap, in olden days we used to be playing around with bubble wrap when we were kids. We used to get it in all the packaging solutions. Bubble wrap was invented by Sealed Air way back about 72 years back. And that the name bubble wrap, it is something similar to now what we talk about Xerox as a machine, as a company. Now Xerox is actually a synonymous thing for all photocopying machines. Similar thing had happened for bubble wrap, which was a brand of Sealed Air when invented, has moved ahead with the name permanently sticking to it. And people call bubble wrap is not just bubble wrap. It's actually the name given by Sealed Air way back. So that is the basic of the product care, but we have many such applications in terms of transforming your very valuable inputs. Like generally we talk about industrial components, metal castings and all those things which go from place to place after it's produced till consumption. So all those things actually move with a proper packaging solution. It's taken care by the division called product care. Then comes Diversity Care, a known entity for all of you. Most of you are aware about brands that we are involved with, the Tasky, the Suma brand, the Soft Care Solutions, the Torque brands and all those things. So now, since the topic is more around the industrial cleaning solutions, I am going to be sticking to my division called Diversity Care, which I represent for the day's session. Okay? Clear? Fine. Okay, now I'm going to talk about something called a conflict of interest. Now we are in a solution mode most of the time. When someone tells us that today you are having a problem, my cost has gone up. Now I want to know where you can reduce it. How many people have undergone this kind of a question session from your seniors or yourself that my cost of cleaning has gone up? How many people have undergone this kind of a questions from your seniors? Looking at the basics of cleaning, if I can give you a perspective, cleaning cost of any facility is 0.5% of the entire turnover, and 0.5% being the highest for the most hygiene conscious industry like hospitality sector. And looking at the other sectors that we are into, the cost actually varies from 0.2 to 0.25%, which means if you are doing a 1,000 crore business, you would be spending about how much? About 2.5 crore, 2 crore on your cleaning spend. Now this is actually a thumb rule, generally works in the industry. Now what happens is that when someone tells you like you have to reduce your cost of cleaning, what comes in your mind? What do you do? Okay. Sorry? Value? Dilution of concentrate. What else?
Effective methods.
Effective methods. Okay, what else? Effective chemicals. Okay. So all these things straight away come in your mind. Okay, these are the things where I can play around with. So today what I'm going to look into, and I'm going to give you some more inputs about where all you can think about keeping your existing standard or improvising it to some better levels, but still ensuring that you don't spend what you are currently spending. But like every good thing, you have an ending here also. You cannot actually reduce your cost to zero. Agreed? So if you have some production happening in your industry, in your facility, in your plant, if you have to clean something, what is important is that you have to spend. First of all, let's agree that we have to spend. Nothing comes free. Today, one of my speaker friend in the morning very clearly told nothing comes free in the world. You have to pay for it. So the spending is must. So you need to rationalize, like one of our delegates mentioned, you have to rationalize what you spend and is it spending in the right way to give you the right results that everyone can look into. Clear? So what I'm going to look into, going to proceed with it is the conflict of interest. In any organization, you always talk about the profit center and cost center. And unfortunately, the cleaning comes in the cost center. Am I right? So everyone in the organization, within the plant, within the factory, always says cleaning cost has to be reduced. You know why this thing actually happens? Because of a simple reason that people do not see our work there in the factory. Probably there is a housekeeping team running here and there, doing their best of the job. Probably there is a lot of cleaning activity happening for them to see. But what is important is that unless otherwise the deliverables is satisfactory, you will have these questions keep coming at you. Agreed? Fair point? If your deliverables are satisfactory, you are going to get away from a question called your cleaning cost is way high. Agreed? How many people disagree with me? Now I have to go by this way. Because only one or two say agreed. Remaining all are disagreeing means. right? Clear? So what I'm going to say is that the conflict of interest that we are going to now look at. The cleaning related spend. Now these three things you need to just remember and ensure to keep talking about it whenever you are in a forum or within your own organization, wherever you talk about cleaning. Cleaning related spend is an operational expenditure made to avoid near future unplanned capital expenditure. Agreed? How many people disagree with me? Why is silence? Okay, good. Hopefully. So, is questioned by profit centers only when cleanliness is not satisfactory. How many people agree? The industry average says 0.2 to 0.5% of the revenue is spent on housekeeping. Here, housekeeping means everything to keep your facility absolutely spick and span. Clear? Now, let's move. Some basics of cleaning before I move to an industrial cleaning solution perspective. What you cannot change in your given environment. These are actually called the factors of cleaning. Very simply put, I can give a domestic example. You have a cotton shirt and you have a pickle stain on top of it. Now what is given? What you cannot change? The surface. The cotton shirt is the surface. And the soil is nothing but your pickle soil. Can you change both of them? It has happened. This is given. Similar situation occurs in your industry. You have a floor which is epoxy, which is plain concrete, which is abrasive concrete, which is unpolished concrete, which can be wooden, any different kind of flooring it can be. So that is given to you. Now, as a person who looks after the cleaning and hygiene solution perspective of that particular plant, what is given, you cannot change. You cannot go and tell your finance and project team, I would like to have this concrete converted to epoxy so that I can clean it better. No one would like it because it's going to be costing a lot of capex, capital expenditure. So, similarly, in your kind of environment, if you are going to be dealing with so much of oil, so much of grease, so much of rubber, stains, all those things, the soil, the dirt, what we are talking about is also given. You can't change the soil. Now, going into a beverage plant or going into a pharmaceutical plant or a food processing industry, you should go with the mind that this is the soil that I would see here. If you go to a tire manufacturing industry, what would you see? Rubber stains, rubber powders. What would you see? Nothing else other than that. It's only going to be full carbon stains. So you should prepare yourself to cater that soil rather than going with a generic solution. Is that clear? So what is given is the surface nature, what kind of surface we are dealing with, and what is the soil type that we are dealing with. Are we aligned? You are together? Right. Now, then what can be changed? What you cannot change is like your surface and your soil. Then what you will change? Because of course you have to clean. Sorry? Cleaning solutions? Not only cleaning solutions. Agency? That was very, very abrupt. Okay, great. Okay, I will tell you. By changing, again, my housekeeping facility management companies here who probably sitting here would agree with me very clearly. By changing agency, you are not going to get results. How many agree? Great. So what is important in this perspective is changing not agency, changing our method of cleaning. I will tell you a very crude example. Let me put it crude. Now, assume the fact that you have a sensitive teeth and you have been using Pepsodent toothpaste. Okay, you are not getting result. Okay, now what you would do?
Change the brand.
See, you will change the brand, right? This is also a similar thing, but you can stick to the same brand asking for the new product that is also available. Why we always think about changing the brand? Has this come in your mind? If there is a deliverable mismanagement, if there is a deliverable which is not being satisfactory, agreed. But what we also need to look into ourselves is that, are we doing the right thing? Is my soil and my surface is demanding the correct kind of solution which I am providing with the kind of support that is needed, like the mechanization solution we were talked about in the morning? Whether am I giving the right solution in total? Before we confirm that, we always think that, okay, now we have to change the vendor. Okay. So I would always say, let's relook at what we do first and correct ourselves with the support from professional agencies. That is first step. Now, again, I am coming back to the same topic. What can be changed?
Attitude.
Attitude. Oh, that's good one, but of course, what else? Okay, let me go quickly. Now, this is something which is very unique, and many people must have already gone through. People who have come from the IHM background, like the hotel management and all, would definitely be aware about what it is. There is a circle which is formed called Sinner Circle. Now, any cleaning task that you see in your day-to-day life can be actually included in this circle. One example I can give you. Washing cloth. What is the mechanical action which is involved there? You are using either a washing machine or you are scrubbing it with your hand. Mechanical action. What is the temperature involved? The room temperature, water is involved. We never wash the water with 2 degree, 3 degree Celsius water, right? We wash it with 30, 40 degrees Celsius temperature, room temperature water. And why it is? At that particular temperature, the detergents have been designed to work in that particular temperature only, right? So the temperature. Then the time. What is this time we are talking about? This time is the contact time you are giving for the soil and surface to disassociate. What is to disassociate? Why pickle stain sticks to your cotton cloth? Why a tire mark sticks to your floor? Why an oily stain sticks to your floor? This is all because of an association between, a bonding between surface and soil. So to associate them, you need to give contact time. And that contact time is the what? Time we are talking about here straight away. Then comes chemical. So it is not only chemical. There are a lot of other elements involved. Are we aligned? Why we use a toothbrush and why we use a toothpaste? Because toothbrush is giving you a mechanical action, toothpaste is giving you a chemical action, and you don't brush your teeth for seconds. You do it for at least a minute. That is what you are giving as a contact time. Agreed?
Yeah.
Fair point? And the paste that you are using is the chemical. And the temperature at which it is working is room temperature water. So this is what you should remember. So any cleaning task which is put on your table, you have to go through by these 4 simple parameters. Am I having all these 4 things ready? There might be a possibility. You have a constraint of contact time. You have a shift changing, general shift and your second shift, and you have very little time to complete this job. So what would you do? Oh, sorry. What happened? What would you do? So you will have to do permutation, combination out of these 4 elements. Look at it. I have given this axis very clearly going upwards, and it can come downwards as well. So when you say this going upward, which means you are reducing your mechanical action, you are reducing your temperature of water, whatever that you are using, whereas you can increase the contact time because you don't have time as a constraint. You can spend as much time for cleaning. You can have as much chemical as for cleaning. But again, there is a limit. By pouring excess chemical, you are not going to get fabulous result. Again, there is something called overusage and underusage. All those parameters will come in picture. So there is a limit of chemicals to use. There is a limit of mechanical action to provide. And the remaining will be taken care of. Your time and temperature would be your constraints with which you have to handle. In Amritsar, in places like close to northern India, you have temperature which is going as low as 2 degree, 3 degrees Celsius. Still cleaning has to happen those places. So there, the temperature cannot be a problem. You have to actually add probably mechanical action much more than chemicals. So this actually varies industry to industry. Are we agreeing to this point? So we will see this as one of our important aspect before we decide on any cleaning task. Yeah, so this is what we call a Sinner circle, and Sinner is the person who has designed it. Now, I'm sure everyone would agree in this. Cleaning solutions for commercial environment. What I mean by a commercial environment? Like a office property, like a hotel property, or maybe a restaurant. These all are called commercial environment. You talk about industrial environment. You talk about pharmaceutical industry. Talk about industries where you have a lot of production in mass scale is happening, right? Automobile, tire manufacturing, and all those things. So, what kind of cleaning actually happens? In commercial environment, you do daily maintenance, whereas here you do daily degreasing. There is a big difference. What is a maintainer and what is a degreaser? You should know what is a maintainer and degreaser. A degreaser is a much heavily alkaline chemical, but to be made safe for your surface. Limited footfall, or I would say in some cases it must be more than what is expected. Like in a mall, you would find a lot of huge footfall on a weekend. Whereas here, it is limited footfall, but heavy load movement. That is industry's biggest problem, right? So when you have load movement, you have lot of stains which occur, lot of stains which actually fall through on the surface. Normal soil and usable surface types. Here, mostly you have coated, hardened floor types with sticky soils. And in commercial environment, you do sanitization to an extent that is maintained safe for people to be with. Whereas in industrial environment, you have to be critically ensuring that very clear conditions are provided, because from where you are, for example, if you are talking about food processing industry, from where food is going to be going out, so there are so many people going to consume it. So unless otherwise we give a solution which ensures critically there is no microbiological action in that particular facility, you are not ensuring that your product is going safe outside. And this also includes the restroom products that we were talking about in the first half. You know, you have a lot of other aspects which are all associated together with providing a safe output and throughput profitability. Yeah. Then heavy duty degreasers and disinfectants for hand. That's very important, because you are talking about, if you are in the morning, one of our keynote speakers are mentioning that you have the lead powder. You know, maybe in a battery manufacturing industry, if they are handling with lead powder or whatever, before they go to have food, they need to ensure they have a very heavy duty degreasing hand cleanser to ensure that the entire soil that they have in their hand gets washed off. So you need to choose what kind of degreaser or what kind of cleanser that I need for my specific industry. Again, every industry is different. To use a particular chemical, you need to know whether is it going to give me the result for my application, my concern. That is important. How many people feeling sleepy? Yeah. So specialty needs like ESD, Green Seal for sustainability concerns and all those things are also considered in terms of industrial cleaning solutions. Now, 3 magical words in today's business environment, particularly in industries. What are those? Magical words? Magic, magic, magic. Man, machine. Okay. Okay. Money. Someone closer to it. Savings. Much closer. But you said only one. I wanted 3. It is like one of our student in some part of the country, in some part of within India, he was asked the question, tell me 8 animal names. He immediately said 5 lions and 3 tigers. So 8 animals, okay. Something similar, what I am going to show you is savings, small savings, much small savings, smallest savings. Entertaining? Sorry? Agreed? Is it what we are talking about in our industry, in our boardrooms, in our conference rooms, always? Okay, and we also saw the conflict of interest beforehand. What was it? I want to produce more, I want to sell more, I want to earn more profit, but I don't want to spend on costing. And I want my cost to come down. How will it come down? Unless you take steps. So Here, while I will actually give you a lot of other aspects towards, I'm sure many of you are aware about Diversey is into solutions like industrial floor cleaning solutions like chemicals and all those aspects. Before that, I want to just give you an idea, a thought process. Cleaning has to be seen in a wholesomeness. Please do not see it as a chemical. Please do not see it as a machine. Please do not see it as a mops and tools. I will tell you what happens. Again, I can give you another good example. I'm sure many of you would have actually heard about it. There was a guy who was observing two people who are actually doing some roadside activity. One person was continuously digging, and the other person was continuously closing that, and they will keep moving ahead kilometers. The person who was looking at it actually got confused. What is happening here? So he approached both of them and he asked, what is happening? He said, he is actually digging, I am actually closing. Well, what is the purpose? Why are you digging and why are you closing? Because there is a person who is supposed to be coming and putting a cable in this ditch. He has not come, but we are doing our job. Is it what we are expecting?
No.
Right? No, right? So, treating chemical, treating machines, treating mops, tools, or whatever that aids that you are talking about in an island will always give you this kind of a result. Are these kind of results productive? Are these kind of results appreciated by others? No. So please see cleaning as a total solution. And there is a need of connect which is required. These are like 3 sets, 3 rounds. You have to connect them. And the connect is what you are talking about, is a total solution that one can offer. And Diversey offers that. In principle, something given to you at your home while you are buying an FMCG product, they send you a leaflet. And by seeing it, you do some errors and you keep learning it. In industrial environment, the margin of error is very less. If you do a mistake, someone might slip fall. Agreed? If you do a mistake, someone might get an infectious disease. Agreed? Because we are not in a domestic environment, we are in an industrial environment. So take the expertise that are coming around in terms of connecting your 3 elements to make into giving a finest output that you would expect, considering the fact that you are still saving the money that your organization is demanding for. Clear? Now let's move. How to initiate savings? What are the conventional approach? One of our delegates very clearly mentioned, change vendor, maybe negotiate hard. So I have all those things coming here. Useless. It is not useless, it is useless. That's why I put it in a very clear apostrophe. Use cheap. I know it is very rude for me to say that, but unfortunately this happens. Negotiate hard till death. Keep the salesperson to the corner and push him to death. Now you are not moving around out of my place. Negotiate hard. Here you said. Keep switching vendors. Now, what are you achieving by this? Living with compromised quality of cleaning still, with minuscule saving possibilities. Maybe from 10 lakhs spent, now you are actually spending 9.87 lakhs, 13,000 you have saved. Great money. But you are still saved. And you can save your back. You can tell people that I have saved 13,000. So this is what generally happens. So what is that which we can do something afresh, something new, which can actually help me in making my job much better, much easier, and much more effective than that of what we are doing. Here, an inventive approach. Invest right. The first investment that you make is very, very important. Please do not hesitate for an extra 1 lakh rupee, which probably would actually cost you your entire treasury. Choose wise. You have to choose the wise option which is available. Negotiate smart and build a loyalty program or a platform for bargaining. I will tell you how it is done. End result, peace of mind with best in class, cleaning results and substantial savings. I said substantial, I don't say phenomenal. There is a difference. When I say substantial, it is a percentage which you can look up to maybe about 20 to 30% of your existing spend. But again I'm saying this will not continuously happening year on year. This, if you are currently spending 10 lakh rupee with your current conventional cleaning methods and cleaning solutions that you undergo, and if you are spending 10 lakh, by moving to an inventive approach, it might come down to 7 lakh next year or 8 lakhs next year, which is 2 lakhs, that is 20-30% savings for you. But it will not keep come down 30 lakhs, 30% year on year. Agreed? Will it? It will not. So the conviction here is very clear that you should be spending money for your cleanliness, which is actually to be part of your total revenue. Please ensure that this happens to avoid all the problems. Now, what leads to savings? Very clearly, right product in the right package for the right application. Using most apt dosing system. You know what is dosing system? I will come to you. Opting for a most effective mechanized solution and monitor consumption and spend periodically versus the results achieved. And I'm sure when we look into all these 4 elements in their wholesome perspective, you will be very clearly seeing what I am currently doing wrong today. First point, right product in a right package. For this I have given you an example of the Sinner circle. Very simple. Whenever you think that am I using the right product for my kind of an industry, just remember this first step and just remember the Sinner circle. This will actually enlighten you to choose the right product first of all. Second thing, am I using the most apt dosing system? Currently, what is the dosing system which is being used in our industry? Take the can, glug, 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 done. Agreed? How many agreed? Everyone would agree, right? So a dosing system has to be very effective and foolproof. Then, most effective mechanized cleaning. We had a very clear session in the morning in terms of why mechanization has to be chosen versus manpower. If you do it, and I'm saying in a country like India, you can't totally do away with manpower. The government will hang you to death. Yeah, because otherwise so many people will go jobless in India. So you have to still give job to janitor, but ensure that you make a trade-off and in the process you make money. Because we are here to make savings. Right? Agreed? How many agree? And how many disagree? Right. Monitor consumption, spend. When I mean consumption and spend, this is specifically on the cleaning solutions that you do periodically versus the results achieved. I would always recommend you do an internal audit to see what kind of expectation your occupants have in your factory or in your plant or in your specific industry and compare it with what you have achieved. This has to be a periodic activity, and if you do it, it will actually help you to learn better what is that gap that you are missing. And Diversity can help you in conducting your audits at your facility. Probably many of you know that we do audits for your property as a free of cost additional value additions. Now, when we say all these things lead to savings, now we will talk about operational efficiency improvisation. The cleaning cost reductions can be achieved through these 3 basic things. Total performance, reduced cleaning time, efficient processes and staff organization. Reduced cleaning time, how will it actually help you? How will it help you? Sorry? Labor costs, okay. Because in India, we never actually have labor per hour basis. It is per day or per month. So it is not actually giving you the cost from the labor cost perspective. Now I can give you a very simple example. In a mall, if they need to do the cleaning in the night, what do? They keep some of the AHUs on and they let the janitors do the housekeeping team do the cleaning. So what happens in this entire process is that they spend energy, they spend money there, and every month they actually do the same thing. So what happens is, in the overall on a year's perspective, you actually tend to spend more on energy cost, which is unnecessarily spent in the night for 5 to 6 guys to do the cleaning. So this has to be observed, communicated and corrected. How you can correct it? Ensure that you do the cleaning much shorter. Instead of keeping it longer as 8 hours cleaning session, keep it 2 hours. How to do that 2-hour session? go for a suitable mechanized option. So you have limited manpower. Instead of 6 guys doing, you will have 2 guys doing. You will have one mechanization who will ensure and your energy cost is saved. Then efficient processes. Efficient, what we talk about in this, the processes that you use. Like if you are, like I am always saying that you have got the best of the chemical available with you. But if you don't know where to use and how to use to get the result out of it, the result will not be as satisfactory as you would demand for. Then sustainability. This is a key word in many of the industries. Though I am not going to deep into it, sustainability is nothing but to keep what you are enjoying for your future generations as it is. Today you enjoy plenty of water to drink. Let's let our future generations also enjoy to have similar amount of plentiful of water. Same thing is applicable for air, all resources that we enjoy today. So this concept is considered as a sustainable solution, and Diversey also into sustainable solution. We can give you the green steel products and all whatnot. Enhanced cleaning performance, improved safety through closed loop dosing and dilution systems. Now what is the biggest challenge that you have in your industry? You buy 5-liter cans or 10-liter cans or 25-liter cans of drums of chemicals in your industry every month. Do you have a control? You never have a control. And the industry numbers says very clearly that about 15 to 18% of your chemical cost goes in misuse and abuse. How many agree with me? 15 to 18% that we are talking about. So now when we looked at it as an option, how you can control it? Then came in some thought-provocative solutions. Before that, again, the same thing what I'm saying, the method has to be changed. You should choose a mechanization which is necessary for you, not overdrive or not underdrive. Product change, if it is need to be changed from the glug pouring to a dosing platform, choose. When you do this, you will start seeing the performance and you would also start seeing the savings. Right. Now these are some of the dosing systems which I would like to just introduce to. Quattro Select and DQFM. The picture what you are seeing here is called Quattro Select. The name suggests Quattro means 4. Here you have 4 compartments. In the 4 compartments you will have the product which can be kept in cartridge type. And these cartridges are not like your 5-liter cans. Generally 5-liter cans come to you and you use them and you have to dispose them. That is another biggest headache for you. Whereas here it is a use and throw pouches. You can just place in them. You can choose whichever chemical that you want. You can start using it. You will see a small video of that. There are so much of benefits, and this benefit will only occur once you start using it in an effective manner, knowing your cleaning concerns. Your cleaning concern is okay. Now I am talking about my for my washroom floor I need a chemical. For my for my industrial shop floor I need a chemical. For my office room I need another chemical, and for my warehouse I need much stronger chemical. So you assume that there are 4 chemicals needed, and you have all the 4 chemicals put into one container, and you can place them wherever you want with just a water connection. It is as simple as that. And what it does, you will get to know. This is a small video that I would like to show it to you. This is the name of the product mentioned clearly, which product is there, where, and you have a knob to choose which chemical you want. And these all are pre-set dilution rates. So there is no one who can actually do any change in it. What is the benefit of? You can fill in your spray bottles. And you have a locking mechanism, so no one can actually pick up your pouch and walk away. And you will have a hose which you can use it to fill your buckets for wet mopping and all other purposes. Is it clear how it is being used? Very simple video. Why I have actually shown video is rather than actually showing you pictures and feature, advantage, benefit, this will straight away show you how it is simply used. So you can understand derive the benefits out of this entire structure. Do you have any queries about this before I move on? How it works? You have 4 chosen chemicals and you place them in this compartmented Quattro Select platform, and you can actually pick and choose which chemical you want. What is the benefit that you foresee here? Then your current set of practices. Sorry?
Just for limited use.
No, I'm not getting. Reduction of wastage, yes, that is the biggest thing. Now you would also question me, okay, now when I have been using 5-liter cans and you are actually showing me a small pouch, is it going to be giving me the same cost? Or is it going to be give last for so many days which I used to use for 5-liter cans? Now, these pouches are much more concentrated than that of your 5-liter can chemicals. What is the benefit? These pouches can be used and thrown. You use it and throw it, and they can be recycled, and there is no problem. They are biodegradable material, and you will be able to save a lot of money in terms of the plastic cost of the 5-liter can which you buying. For example, if you talk about one pouch which is equal to 5 chemical cans, how much? 5-liter chemical cans. I'm talking about one pouch. Yeah, so if in a perspective you are using in a month 200 such, for a large industry you actually use the floor cleaners 200 5-liter cans, yeah, maybe 100 5-liter cans. So eventually disposing them is also a cost to you. The person who comes and picks up, it also actually charges you money instead of giving you money, right? And these are actually not reused again, and you never get a benefit out of it. Whereas in this case, you are actually saving in terms of the packaging cost, you are saving the storage cost. You don't need to store a big hill of chemical cans, and storage doesn't take so much of space for you. So very clear, easy to use. And it also avoids misuse. When I say misuse, people dilute. If they over dilute, what happens? You spend too much. Is it good for the company? No, it is not. Is it good for the floor? No, it is not. Is it good for the cleaning performance? Maybe yes, but to an extent it becomes a residue on your floor. If someone overuses a chemical, if someone is told to use a 2%, he uses a 10%, what he does is, he is not cleaning, but he is leaving the chemical residue onto your floor, which when some water falls onto your floor will become slippery. So it is a slip fall problem. So all those things can be avoided by just choosing a single dispenser platform which can have 4 chemicals. Now there are other kind of industries where not 4 chemicals are needed, but only 2 chemicals. Or there they need actually 10 chemicals or 15 chemicals depending upon the environment. They might need a chemical for restroom, they might need a chemical for the shop floor and various other applications. So you need to pick and choose which one you would like to go for. And this is very specifically a suitable system for your food processing and pharma industries, where they have very limited chemical usage, which is generally happening. Another innovative process is called DQFM. This is nothing but a quick and accurate dosing in the similar way what your Quattro Select has done it, whereas here it is going to be doing it in a different perspective. It will do per chemical basis. You can actually have one dispenser for one chemical, and here also you have a pouch system. The same pouch which is used in your Quattro Select will fit in here also. I will just show you a small video before you run through. It's a very small one. Now you can actually see what is happening here. Could you see that? He wanted to actually dispense the chemical, and there is a green color chemical fit into the dispenser, and he was trying to fit in an alternative colored chemical inside. So the locks will not allow him to even fit in an alternative color. A green color chemical will fit in only a green color dispenser. Clear? What difference it will make? Every dispenser towards its color and its application is preset with the dilution rate. So no one can actually, by changing the chemical or changing the dispenser, there is an error which can be avoided. That is the biggest advantage of a DQFM system. Here it is color coded very clearly. Now this is again red color chemical, and you can actually change. Very simple video, but what it does is a simple perspective of dilution in an element, which will ensure that you choose your chemical rightly and ensure that you use them wisely. Right? Next, this is something which I wanted to actually spend a little more time about. I do not know whether do I have enough time, right? So generally what we do in our industries, there are places where you use machines, there are places you use wet mopping, and unfortunately you cannot do away with wet mopping in our kind of environment. How many agree? You still do wet mopping? In industries like pharmaceuticals, in industries like food processing, wet mopping is also involved because you have critical areas where you do not allow any other external substances walking in, right, or being moved in. So generally we have actually over a period of time, I think in the last close to 5 to 6 years, we have moved from a single bucket wet mopping system to a double bucket wet mopping system, correct? Now, when you use the wet mop, how many of you here use wet mopping system? Can I have wet mopping? I'm saying wet mopping, right? Many of you, quite a few of you are using wet mopping system. So you all would have an experience. Now when you use a single bucket system, what do you undergo? You actually the first dip of your wet mop is the cleanest dip. Agreed? And after that, every time you dip it, you further make it dirty. And what happens is that you are dispensing your dirt from one place to other place, which you have picked up. Agreed? So because of that, we have arrived at something called a double bucket mopping system. A double bucket mopping system also has a ringer. So instead of hand squeezing, you do the ringing. Now, how evident this is? When you have a double bucket, you still tend to dip the dirty mop into the solution, and your solution gets actually wasted. In the mop, assume that you are filling 20 liters of solution, but at the end of the day, though you would have actually consumed 4 liters of the cleaning solution, you still throw the remaining because it is dirty. You can't reuse them. So what is it that you can do? So keeping that in our mind and ensuring that wet mopping cannot be done away in our kind of an environment, there is a new practice which have come in called pre-wetted system. I will just show you what it is, and you will be able to understand much better to ensure that what kind of cleaning solutions which can be used. Any floor cleaning solution can be used here. Only thing is that the benefit is that you are going to be consuming at least 30% of what you have been consuming for so many years. If you have been consuming 10 liters per day, you will only consume 3 liters per day. I am talking about the chemicals. So is that a saving?
Yes.
If you have been using 10 liters in a day, now you will be consuming only 3 liters in a day, which means 70% savings to you straight away. Agreed? And this is possible by doing a method called pre-wetted system. So I'll just show you. This is also a small video. This entire system is color coded, so you will know which cloth that you are using for restroom, which you are using for your critical area. And what we are doing is we are pre-wetting the cloths. And you can look at it, for 10 cloths or 5 cloths he is using just 2 liters of cleaning solution. And every cloth can cover up to 500 square feet wet mopping. So 5 cloth can cover 2500 with just using 2 liters of cleaning chemicals. And similar thing applies for your microfiber duster as well. So after usage, the materials have been collected and they will be laundered, and you can immediately reuse them. You do not need to even dry them. Straight away. There is a lot of difference between a normal cleaning cloth and a microfiber cleaning cloth. I am sure everyone understands what a microfiber is all about. Right. What did we actually understand from this video? I am sure this is actually bit faster for you to read through or run through. If I can just sum it up, a pre-wetted system uses microfiber cloths and it uses a trolley. What do? Together they can bring in much more effective cleaning and much more productivity, and ensuring you still save a lot of chemical cost. I have shown you these are pre-soaked cloths. Just giving you an example. Industry thumb rule says that if you need to do a wet mopping, you would use actually 1 liter of user solution, chemical solution, 1 liter for 250 to 300 square feet wet mopping. That is industry average. Now if you are given about 10,000 square feet, what you are going to do? To do the 10,000 square feet, you would need so many liters of chemical. By moving to a pre-wetted system, what you are going to do? You are taking 10 cloths or 20 cloths which are necessary for your cleaning task and pour for every 5 cloth half a liter of water. How much? For every 5 cloth, just half a liter of water. So if you are taking 20 cloths, you are going to be pouring just 2.5, 3 liters maximum. And every mop cloth can cover close to 500 square feet wet mopping. So 20 mops can cover 10,000 square feet. And by using how much chemical? Just 3 to 4 liters of chemical. Instead of spending a double bucket, you are going to be saving a huge amount of chemical savings. I'm sure as a chemical manufacturer, I am going to be getting affected because of this, but I am also sure that you will love the performance that it is giving you. There was a case that we have actually conducted in one of our biggest property in Mumbai, which is actually a commercial office premises where you have a lot of common area. And a quote was submitted by the FM company for with the conventional approach for X rupees. And when we approached the FM company and the end client together, and we presented them that this is what this can do, and the cost was actually, when we reworked it, it was actually 60% of the original cost quoted to them, including all the same performance or much better performance, and also ensuring the cross contamination being in control. You ensure that you use color-coded cloths across all the places. So what is used in the restroom will never come into your kitchen. What is used in your kitchen will never go into your production area. As simple as that. Now, if I ask a question that how many of you can very boldly say that if I tell my janitor to bring a duster, how many of you can say that this duster was never used in a washroom? Right? Very simple. This is a very simple question that I'm asking, but we are unable to have an answer with. But what happens is that when we are ignorant about, in the morning, Mr. Prashant was very clearly talking about the cross-contamination and the diseases which are being spread. So what is actually happening is that when you do not ensure that you use a proper system to clean your property and ensure clear color coding of your material, you are bound to be getting infected. And you are ensuring that all your other occupants are also getting infected in the process. And that is something which we need to immediately look into. So the pre-wetted system, is it something clear? Is there any query that I can answer you about? This is a totally protected system in which you ensure that you spend less chemical and you still ensure much better cleanliness and also color code to avoid cross contamination. Any queries in this specific topic? This is actually a wide topic, but I'm just, because of the time slot, I'm actually keeping it as short as possible. And of course, we are available at your disposal, so any requirement, I'm of course here till the end of the day, so you can ask me if there is any specific requirement that you have on your particular site. There is something called floor protection solutions. I'm sure many of you are aware, right? If you are working in an industry where you are talking about a different set of floor types like epoxy, vinyl, or sometimes your floors are actually very abrasive in nature. It is plain concrete, it is plain plastered or concrete. So what do you do in those environments to avoid your floor getting dirty? So you need to be protecting your floors. How to protect? Does anyone understand, does everyone understand what is a protected floor and what is an unprotected floor? Is a tiled floor is protected or unprotected? Is a tiled floor is a protected floor or an unprotected floor? This is a question, so I am asking. Sorry? A tiled floor is a protected floor, whereas a concrete floor is an unprotected floor. How many of you have concrete floors in your property? Cement concrete. At the warehouses, yeah. Many of you might have epoxy, many of you might have vinyl, many of you might have terrazzo or tiles, depending upon your requirements. Many of you might even have, this linoleum or all those right? Surfaces which are very easy to maintain. So when you are in kind of a situation where you have, when something falls down and it actually gets into the surface very quickly, assume that there is an oil which has fallen down and it is just getting into the floor. So cleaning that oil will become difficult. It will leave a stain. So to ensure that you protect the surface by making a floor polish, a floor protectant sealant. And once you do the sealing, now whatever that falls down will not penetrate inside and it can be easily cleaned out. So this is something called floor protection solution that Diversey is into. So there are floor finishes to enhance the appearances wherever you need, and floor sealants, floor strippers. Strippers are the most alkaline chemical that you will get, which can perform any stain removal activity. But stripper also comes with the kind of a side effect that these have to be used on a limited environment with under supervision and all those things, because these are the most alkaline chemical. You know what is alkaline? Alkaline is nothing but the soapiness of the water, generally simply put, and it is in the pH scale at the highest of 14. Right? So a stripper will be, even after dilution, will be at very high pH level, so it can damage your floor. So you need to ensure that your person is well trained. Like I said, the example of two guys, one guy digging and another guy closing it, it should not be that way. Your guy who is cleaning it should be very clearly aware about what he is using and what he is getting out of it. So this will be only possible by ensuring a lot of training, repeated hammering of thought process in him that this is what you should be doing it with. So there is a very limited possibility of mistakes happening. Right? So with that, I would have a small video again to just sum it up. And these are applicator systems which are available.
This is the latest innovation in sustainable floor care.
For applying polishes.
ProSpeed Floor Finish Applicator System. It's efficient, easy to use, and easy to clean. We're comparing ProSpeed to some of its competitors.
Does anyone use floor polishing in your place?
You'll see that in setup, application, and cleanup, ProSpeed sets a new time-saving standard for finish application. ProSpeed is the only model that's set up on the actual floor you finished.
If a floor is protected, the chemical that you would be using for cleaning that specific floor will come down by 50%.
Simply place a disposable pad under the applicator. Put a
Sorry?
bid into the bolster. Attach a connector tube to the bid. Run the tube through the channel by using the finger tab to open the pinch valve, and it's ready to work.
The chemical here comes in again in the pouch format.
While the other methods require cumbersome preparation and setup, and the clock is still ticking. Here, the area to be finished is 500 square feet.
If you have floors like vinyl, if you have floors like epoxy, you can still ensure that you can give them protected further to improve your aesthetics of the floor, and also making the cleaning much easier and quicker. So the damage to your floor will not happen.
Show even experienced workers slow down as they cover more floor space. Not so with ProSpeed. The ProSpeed user consistently covers 160 square feet per minute. ProSpeed is doing the same work in roughly half the time. Is another area where ProSpeed has the clear advantage. Everything that touches the finishes.
Yep. There is a product. There is a program that we call Smart Savings. Very clearly talking about the building care solutions that are needed, because I have been very clearly saying that see things in a wholesome. Do not see things chemical, machine, very specific SKUs. But those cannot give us the result. You should see things in wholesome, and there is a connect which is needed between your chemical, your machine, and your other tools and aids, which will ensure that you would achieve the result that you desire, rather than just investing money and falling short of your expectations. That's it from my side. Thank you so much. Any queries?
Questions, please? Any specific chemical questions related to any industry? I think we had somebody from the Debt Management Companies who had some questions.
Yeah.
Which chemical is using for PVC ESD types? For PVC ESD.
Yeah, we have two products called Static and ESD. We have two products called Tasky Static and Tasky ESD. They both can be used for, you are talking about the anti-static performance of PVC surfaces. And these two products are imported products which we can recommend to you. And also we have, I'm sure you would be knowing about a product called Tasky R2. Now this is also been certified by independent agencies that this can perform the same task at a specific dilution. So if there is a concern, you can get in touch with us. We will help you out with giving some demonstration and take it forward.
R2 is more familiar.
Yeah, it is a neutral floor cleaner, but at a specific dilution, it has been proven to be performing the same task. So again, in that case, we will be able to help you out with a suitable dosing system which can be set with the same dosing requirement. So every time you dilute from that dosing platform, will give you the same solution which you can perform for your antistatic needs.
What is the general dosing or dilution ratio?
2%.
2%.
Yeah.
For 1 liter.
For 1 liter or 2.
2%.
Yeah. Whereas the static performance will happen at 3.5%. It will not happen in 2%. 2% it just cleans it, whereas at 3.5% it actually performs the antistatic this thing. What you understand is antistatic is nothing but the static electricity created in your flow, right? And which has to be either grounded or it has to be immediately neutralized by actually making ions. So the chemicals have the cations and anions which actually deactivate those things to neutralize the surface static electricity. So the floor becomes clean and also in the process deactivated with electric conductivity. Yeah, thank you.
Any more questions?
Yeah.
This is Shailesh from Golden Hospital in
Hi.
Mumbai. I'd like to have one question that regarding that double bucket system is absolutely we are all using hospitality
Yeah.
industry. Now I have seen in this that there are multiple buckets in the one trolley. That is little bit I found it
Confusing. Okay.
Another thing is that while saving the cost when we utilize it, but when we want to reuse it, we have to give for the laundry, the chemicals, and again there are some other expenses which occurred again.
Yeah.
The responsibility goes a little bit higher again, the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Now what we do, we have a two bucket system. When we mop it, we squeeze it, again we reuse it on the floor.
Yeah.
But it is very unique system we have introduced. It's absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
But the other side, when it comes to the smaller area, I don't think so that we can bring those big trolleys
Yeah.
and make all this.
Great. I have got your point very clear that you foresee some kind of space related issues in handling such an entity in your property. Second thing is you are having concerns about how I am going to replenish my supplies and keep using them with my existing environment. So what happens is the first question is that this trolley what I have shown is the much larger trolley which is including all accessories that you might need, or someone is an ideal setup. But you can do a lot of permutation and combination on them to keep it as small as possible.
Actually, so it could be customized.
Absolutely, absolutely. There is about a million configurations can be arrived at.
That's great.
Yeah, depending upon your specific requirements. That will take care of your space-related concerns. The smallest trolley will come out about 60 centimeter height, width, and about height of about 3 feet. So it is like 60 centimeter is less than a 2 feet, and you can just walk in without any problem. You can walk into guest room, you can walk into your conference rooms, everywhere without any problem. It is not large. Secondly, the concern on the laundering and all those things. When I talked about the inventive approach versus the conventional approach to reduce cost, I have mentioned that you have to invest an amount in the upfront initial situations. And when we do it, you will actually ensure that you will be buying a smaller laundry machine. Like you have a domestic laundry, it will come to you about 70,000-80,000 rupees. That would be an initial investment. And along with the microfiber cloth and whatever that you are buying, including the trolley, what would eventually happen is you will recover the cost in less than 8 months period. Within the same year, you can recover all the capital expenditures that you have invested by choosing the privated system, which will ensure you don't repent your decision. Yeah?
And this will, then we got that another system which is already fixed for that.
Quattro Select.
Quattro.
Yeah.
So now, if you want to approach to our vendor,
Yeah.
so they should have that. They are already made up everything.
Yes, yes.
So how can we approach them if you want that kind of system for our purpose and for their purpose? Like it is already fixed, you said, on the walls.
Yeah.
How can we tell them that we want to install that in your premises?
I'm not getting it. Like if you are saying that you are a hospitality customer, right? You have a hotel or something.
Just for example, in the mall, like that.
Okay.
We are a
Okay, you are a service provider. Okay. Okay.
And they have already fixed everything in their mall. They don't
Okay.
any other fixtures
Okay.
to fix in their premises.
Okay. Okay.
So now we want to then approach them. How
Yeah.
can we approach them?
So the approach can be in a simpler manner that instead of investing on such a platform, they can actually get it on lease. Like we can identify an area where we can actually place the dispenser for them to be using it till the time they use the dispenser will be there at their disposal, and then it can become it can be taken back. As simple as that. We can arrive at such kind of a solutions depending upon the requirement of chemicals available. The dispenser cost in certain environment where you expect to have lot of chemicals, because this is also an imported system and it comes with a cost, and depending upon the situations we have to be deciding whether is it viable to do it, because everywhere you talk about there is whether savings for you and it is money for diversity, so there is a trade-off that I need to make. So we will decide on depending upon the situation, but you will never repent by moving to Quattro Select, but it's going to bring in your chemical consumption by 30% for sure. Yeah.
Any more questions?
That's great. Yeah. No, these are very clearly designed for keeping those pouches with the similar setup nozzles. So those pouches cannot also be reused, and any other pouches can also fit in that nozzle. This is only suitable for the Quattro Select pouches which are available. So it is like, of course, while investing on so much thing, then definitely there is something return also expected out of. So it's as simple as that. It's a business, win-win for both of us. Yeah. Let me be blunt on it.
Yeah, I would like to add, it's essential that you use the right kind of chemicals.
Yeah.
It is not that you can use any off-the-shelf chemical and try to install it in a dosing system. It's very important. That is the reason why such a system has been devised by Diversity. So that you don't get into using a wrong chemical and say that it is not giving you the required result. Am I right?
Absolutely.
So that's the reason it is important that you use the right chemicals to this dosing system being devised.
Yeah.
Any dry foam generated chemical is
Coming, please come in.
dry foam.
Dry foam for which kind of industry?
Cleaning.
Industry, specific soil, anything?
Industries, oil.
Oil industry. See, generally in industries, you would be finding the oil and scale formation in much excess quantum. So there, in most of the industries, you have the compressed air is available, if I'm not wrong. Other than the pharmaceutical industries, in food processing, food and beverages, and everywhere, you would get the compressed air availability. There is a product called SU727, which is very clearly used for foam generation at the very dry level. SU727. Yeah.
Can we use this chemical in hybrid water?
Yeah, you can use it with some suitable accessories. We saw some accessories in the morning, so you can do it. Yeah. Yeah, please.
Since you have said that water system has a preset of dilution,
Yeah.
does that mean each individual unit which contains for 4 pouches.
That's
That
right.
means that can be used only for 4 chemicals. Then thereafter you may have required
One more Quattro Select. If you are using 8 chemicals, you would need two Quattro Select. The reason being why we actually stick to 4 is the optimal number. You can't make it, like the knob cannot be set in so many angles, then it will become a fan regulator. So that is the reason we have kept it. No, so don't take it the other way. I'm just giving you an example.
you say that.
Yeah.
So if you have 30 numbers of chemicals,
Yeah.
30 divided by 4, say that.
No. If you have 30 numbers of chemicals being currently used, what I would suggest is that relook at your number of chemicals. It may not be necessary. That is the first step you need to do. If you have 30, it can actually be reduced to maximum 7 or 8. You can combine applications. And diversity chemicals are in such a way, you can actually do multiple purpose in one single chemical.
So each unit dilution is preset with the system.
Yes, and that can be recalibrated by a diversity service person. If you need to fit some other chemical in the same thing of a diversity make, you can refit it in the nozzle and you can have it reinstalled. But only the diversity pouches will fit in because the nozzles are designed in such a way, and the colors will also have to be matched.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks. Sorry.
I don't have any question because you didn't cover the pest management area.
Okay.
They are from pest management area.
Okay. Any specific issues you have on pest management?
I just wanted to share my testimony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use your product Thermice.
Yeah. For termite control.
Yeah, against chlorpyrifos.
Okay.
The cost was reduced by almost 50 to 60%.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. And of course, I have actually not covered up the pest management that is we are into called IPMS, Integrated Pest Management Solutions, that we are into through our partners, pest management partners. And the solutions actually vary from starting from your installation termite treatment till your rodent control, cockroach control, and all those aspects.
This
Yeah.
Pravda is here.
No, he has not come in actually.
He
Yeah.
came to me actually and he introduced the
Yeah. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I'm sorry I couldn't cover up that topic specifically. Any other queries? Great. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Ramesh.